Right. So one day I was just minding my own business, scrolling through the Steam store as, one does to fill the void in their heart when they feel bored of all their other games. And a very particular game caught my eyes amongst the trash. The title of the game was Do Not Feed the Monkeys, and I remember I just started audibly laughing out loud after I read that. Something about a game called Do Not Feed the Monkeys. It was just so funny to me. So I clicked on the store page and I looked through some of the images of the game and I read the description and I watched the little videos they have and my interest only grew deeper. The game's store page has images of you watching people on a camera and then people showing up to your door and I immediately thought, oh my god, it's a FNAF clone. So without even looking further into the game, I already bought it. Like, come on, you're just gonna put up a game on the Steam store called Do Not Feed the Monkeys and also have it a FNAF clone and you expect me not to just buy it? Yeah, well, it turns out I was wrong. The game is in fact nothing like FNAF, which I won't lie, disappointed me greatly. But on the bright side, Do Not Feed the Monkeys is perhaps one of the most underrated games I have ever played. Seriously, this game has like 35 players online right now. How is this gem of a game getting beaten out by Battlefield 2042? Even Clownfield 2042 has more players. Jesus! If you came into this game excited to feed some monkeys, you're going to be pretty disappointed. Despite what the name of the game suggests, there are in fact no monkeys in this game. No chimpanzees, no baboons, man, not even any proboscis monkeys. Instead, you're basically playing as Big Brother. The game begins with an email chat with your friend congratulating you of joining the club. And this ain't no Berghain Club. This is a shady organization called the Primate Observation Club. This shady group is full of incel neckbeards who sit on their computers all day watching their monkeys. And when I say monkeys, I'm not talking about any of these cool monkeys, I'm talking about these lame monkeys. The monkeys in this game happen to be poor saps whose cameras in their houses or webcams got compromised. And then you get to watch these monkeys live their 24/7 daily lives. Honestly, it's kind of creepy if you think about it, but the game usually treats this part of the game more in a comedic tone. Wait a minute. Watching miscellaneous monkeys on my computer from my sad studio apartment for hours on end. Where have I seen this before? You can gain access to more monkeys by buying more cages, which in English means buying access to more compromised cameras. So eventually you get a whole collection of monkeys. As a club member, your job is to keep buying more cages to meet your quota. If you can't scrounge up enough money to keep up with the cage quota, you get booted from the club and your game ends. At the start of the game, you only start with like 4 cages, but by the end you have something like 25 cages. So it gets pretty hard to manage. You also need to make sure you're getting enough food, sleep, and pay your rent. Come on, man, what kind of landlord comes to your place every 3 days asking for rent? Like, get a job, quit bumming off me. Going to the grocery store and buying yogurt and fruit is nice and healthy for you, but it's also just way more cost effective to just Uber eat some pizza. Plus the pizza gets delivered by this kick-ass samurai motorcycle guy. But nothing in life is free, and to buy cages, food, and pay your rent, you're gonna need some dollars. And there's 2 ways to go around doing that. There's the lame, lawful way by doing random jobs for quick cash. These jobs get posted on your door daily. They all take different amount of times and have different pay, so you want to make sure you're getting the most value for your time. Boy, do I wish finding work was that easy. Car washing, dishwashing, this man's an entrepreneurial genius. What the hell does he need these cages for? He should just do Craigslist jobs full time. The other more interesting way to make money is by extorting your monkeys for cash. But before I get into that, there is one thing I need to mention. There is a rule in the Monkey Observation Club. Do not feed the monkeys. It's literally in the title of the game. In English, that translates to do not interact with the subjects. Like, yeah, okay, alright. You think I'm just gonna sit here and watch people do random crap all day? At least on Twitch I can give them $5 to say my name and feed my parasocial itch.
Hey, Lamont, I've been having a really shitty week, and I just want to say that your streams have made it infinitely fucking worse for Weird.
Of course I'm gonna screw with these guys. Like, sure, I just convinced a dictator who killed 40 million people to come out of retirement, but he gave me his hat and I sold that for $190, so who's laughing now? You'd be surprised how much information you can get from some of these cages. All you need is a phone number or email and then you can start interacting with them directly. This is where the puzzle aspect of the game comes in. By watching cages, sometimes you'll see yellow words pop up. These are keywords, and if you click them, they get added to your journal. Collect enough keywords and you can combine them and come to a conclusion. And these conclusions can then further be fed to your monkeys. If through dialogue you can't get enough information for conclusions, you can try using the World Wide Web. Because we live in the 21st century, baby. If a problem can't be solved by the internet, it's not worth solving at all. By clicking keywords, you can input them into a search engine. And clicking multiple keywords will allow you to search multiple terms together. It's most useful for finding phone numbers or emails from names. Not all websites have a purpose, though. A lot of these websites are useless and only serve to waste your time. Sometimes a trail of leads I get will lead me to some dead-end website, and I sit here pulling my hair out trying to find something, anything to justify that website's existence. Look who's the fool now. I don't know what browser they use in this fictional world. Well, actually I do know, it's called Prowl. But I have absolutely no idea how they tolerate it. This engine is worse than Bing. 99% of stuff that you put into the search engine yields no results. Imagine having to do a school project, but the only website that exists is boob.com and Amazon, but with only 5 items. Here, look what happens when I put crying into Bing. Boom, instant results. Now look what happens when I put crying into Prowl. Nothing. Are you kidding me? Most of the cages in this game are puzzles, and when you reach an ending for any cage, the journal entry for that cage marks itself as completed and it doesn't allow you to interact with the cage anymore. Most cages have multiple endings too, and you'll get different rewards depending on which ending you get. For example, there's one cage about a photographer. Every day she enters her attic to secretly take photos of a celebrity naked in their bathroom to sell for money. Of course, this is all information you have to piece together yourself, but it goes deeper. If you keep listening in, you'll learn that the photographer is actually the celebrity's chauffeur. You can even get the names of both the celebrity and the Peeping Mary here. Next is, well, up to you really. You can call the celebrity's agent to tip them off that the chauffeur is secretly selling naked photos of them. Or you can try and contact the chauffeur yourself and try and hammer out a little deal between the two of you. You can blackmail the chauffeur, asking for a bit of money in exchange for keeping your mouth shut. And yeah, money is great and all. But you can also ask for some pictures to be taken for yourself. And I'm not going to tell you which route I went down on my first playthrough, but I will tell you that I was very surprised learning that this game does in fact have full nudity. And when I say full nudity, I mean full nudity. As your cage count goes up, it becomes way harder to make sure you're getting all the information you need. You can only have one cage opened on your monitor at a time, which means if multiple of your cages are having key events at the same time, well, tough luck, because either way you're going to miss out on some information. Some cages are complete duds too, with nothing happening in them for you to interact with. Like this one cage with a creepy doll that gets closer to the camera every day. Eventually it disappears from the camera completely, and then later the postman delivers it to your room, where it sits there, watching, as if maybe you were the monkey all along. I guess I'll be right back.
Good morning sir, I am here to deliver your Hawaiian pizza.
I never ordered any pizza, and if I did, it sure as hell wouldn't be Hawaiian.
Well, pizza is already paid for, so are you eating it or me?
I mean, I guess I'll take some free pizza. By the way, what are you wearing? Is that even legal?
I assure you, this type of fashion is customary of my homeland in glorious Italy. What makes our country the best is the fact that all our men dress like drag queens.
Alright there, Mussolini, I'll take my free pizza now.
I recommend you hold on to a little pizza table. It is very valuable to me.
What, the stupid little plastic junk?
That plastic junk was given to me by one of my former drag queen friends back in Italy before a very scared schizophrenic transgender woman impaled him on one of those spiky festines.
Alright, I get it. I'll, put it on my shelf or something.
Arrivederci and grazie kind stranger. Di molto and all that crap too.
Well, that was strange. Now, where was I again? Oh, right. If you made it to the 16th day keeping up on your cage quota and avoiding starving to death, then congratulations. You have beat Do Not Feed the Monkeys. You've also done better than I did on my first playthrough, because I got evicted for being a deadbeat bum. I won't spoil the ending. Yeah, we don't care, alright? Because as soon as you finish playthrough number 1, you go right into playthrough number 2, baby! You see, by the end of the game, you'll have 25 cages. But the total amount of cages that exist in the game is 46. The cages you got and the order you got them are picked randomly, and it's impossible to see all the cages the game offers unless you do at least 3 playthroughs. And if you get repeating cages, probably take even longer. Did you wait too long to solve the elevator cage and the man died? Sucks to suck, but just do it again on your next playthrough. Information is power in this game, and bringing the knowledge you gain to a second playthrough makes you feel like an omnipotent god. This isn't the longest game you'll ever play. In fact, to be quite honest, even with the multiple playthroughs, it's still pretty short. But I still think this game is absolutely worth the buy. I love talking about this game, because it's rare for me to find a game that I think is so good, yet nobody I know has even heard it exist. I didn't expect much going into this game, but my expectations were completely blown out of the water. If you're interested, I would totally recommend anyone to at least try the game. If $12.99 CAD is too pricey for you, you can always wait for a sale. Also, there's a sequel coming out for this game. It's going to come out in fall of this year, and you better believe I'll be making a review for that game. So make sure you're around for when that drops. Later, folks.